Hello and welcome to HomeBase Training. Today we're going to talk about adding a service provider. Before we've talked about adding a service provider that's already a preferred service provider, now we're going to talk about adding a service provider that maybe only you use. Let me give you an example. We're in HomeBase right now. We're in a transaction, that's evidenced by the actual address shown here on the screen, 400 South Downing, and the seller information, and then all the taskbars that relate specifically to this transaction. I go to Services. Now remember, this is a service provider that only I use, or maybe only people in the office use. It's not one of our preloaded service providers. So let's go into Setup, on the right-hand side. Now, with service providers, you've got to have a service company and a service representative. So let's start with the service company. Let's go in here, and let's assume it's a home inspection company that you want to give access to. The first thing we need to do is go into our Add button. We're going to add a service provider. This is the company, not the representative. Let's assume that it's called Kevin's Home Inspection. There we go. And I come down now to the address, happens to be, his office address is 600 Grant. And the city is Denver, state Colorado, zip code as such. And now, very important, notice the box here that says do not validate the address. It's critical to always mark the box, do not validate address, or it will have an error. So save yourself the time and hassle, click do not validate the address, come down, and for the company, put in the phone number, like so. And for the company, if they happen to have a company email address, just type it in right there. Okay, and the preferred method of contact is always by email, I think. But it could be phone, whatever you want to do. And then you guys go, what does this guy do? What is his primary service? So as I come down here, I can come into all kinds of things, inspections, asbestos, inspections, home inspections. If I want to make him my preferred provider, I can do that by clicking Preferred, and I click Save. Oh, I didn't get the... If there's ever an error, it's right here in that bottom corner. Makes it really easy. It's not a valid company name. You know why? No apostrophe. No apostrophe. Let's call it Kevin's Home Inspection. I know it sounds crazy, but like they say, don't teach old dogs new tricks. We just want to work HomeBase the way it likes to work. Simple as that. Okay, so now we have a company, but we also need to then add a representative for that company, or we can't use it. So we have Kevin's Home Inspection. I go into Service Reps. From here, I'm going to list all my service reps I have. I have my closer, I have my lender, already preloaded by the office. It's very convenient. But in this case, I need to add in, let's see, add. Click the Add button for representative. You will say, which company are we going to tie this to? I like to go to search and just get it in there right the first time. So Kevin, we'll see if it'll search for that, and you put two different fields in. So I've got Kevin's, I've got Colorado. I'll click search, and lo and behold, with any luck at all, we've got Kevin's Home Inspection. I click select. Okay, we're almost done. The nice thing is, once I put this in, it'll work for any number of transactions I have in the future. When it goes in once, it's in there forever for you. I want to make sure this is in my current and any future offices I happen to go to. I can access it. My rep there happens to be the world-famous Kevin Risen, Home Inspector himself. His address is same as the company. Again, keep it simple. I can come down here, I can put his cell phone number in if I want to for easy contact. And then, most importantly, I can put in Kevin's email address, like so. Preferred methodology, email. He is my home inspection guy. He is my preferred guy. I come down. I want to enable web access. That will then give him access to log into my transactions on a transaction per transaction basis. Okay, so I can turn that on or off whenever I want to, and I can simply, at this point, click Save. So now I've got him set up. He is not tied to any transaction, but he is set up so I can use him on any deals in the future. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's go back to transactions. We'll go to the listing here on South Downing Street. I'll open that transaction. Now I'm in a specific transaction and I want to add a service provider. So in this case, I'm going to go here. I'm going to add my service. To the right of this, I click the word Add a Service Provider. We said he's an inspection company, so I come down here. I go to Inspections. I choose the type of inspection, home inspection, and it's just going to simply be an inspection, and it's Kevin's home inspection. Now remember, I've got to make sure I select a representative. It'll be Kevin. I want to order it right now, and I want it back by the 6th. Okay, so I come down, I hit save. I'm not done though. I'm not done. I've got him in the system. He's all queued up, but I haven't placed the order. Now I go to e-order. I select what I want to have done. I want the inspection done. I click Add. Simple as that. Click the Add button. Oh, I need to select an ordering channel. Again, it's always nice if you miss something, it tells you. I didn't tell him how I want to order it. It's by email because there's no digital connection between Kevin's home inspection and our mainframe computer. I click the Add button, and lastly, the order now, and my order is placed. The beauty of this is if I do a lot of work with Kevin, and if the office does a lot of work with Kevin, he has the ability to come in and load that inspection right up for me into HomeBase.